Alright, comic review speedrun, let's go. Just a whole bunch of them I'm reviewing. Not a whole bunch, but I'll make it quick. Clementine, book 1, no book 2, and finished book 2 by then. This one was okay. Wasn't spectacular, probably one of the weakest Walking Dead books. But as judging it as a young adult book, I think you need to judge it as a young adult book. It's definitely not for the same exact audience as Walking Dead is. In fact, the age rating for this is 14 and up. So judging it as a young adult book, I think it's not bad. I think it's competent enough, but nothing I'd read again. Anytime soon, at least. Bodies was completely nonsensical and just weird, and not the good kind of weird, and not the good kind of nonsensical, and not the good kind of confusing, and not the good kind of all over the place. It was just kind of boring, and I don't think I'll read this anytime soon, if at all. Not recommend. And Sandman, this is one of the weakest volumes, but overall I do recommend Sandman. Sandman, for me, is one of the most inconsistent graphic novel series of all time, but when it hits, it hits. When it misses, it misses. However, the ending is really good. I really like how this book ends. Giant Days Volume 5 continues its streak of being a nice little palate cleanser. It's a nice little slice of life story, this little arcs, I guess they call them. It's basically like, it's a good example, it's a perfect example of a slice of life comic. That's what it is. Nightwing, massively improved. I already thought this was a good series, but it's great so far, in a sense, like, volume so far. I really hope they have volume 2. And Robin is just as good as it was the first time. I still think this is a spectacular series. It's a nice little sequel to Batman and Robin by Peter J. Tomasi, which I have not finished, but, so far you don't have to have, probably a couple things that I forgot about, but you probably don't have to read too much of it. There's a couple things, though. A couple things where you'll say, like, well, who's this character? If you don't read at least the first 2 arcs of, or first 2 volumes of Tomasi's Batman and Robin. And this one's actually written by the artist, Patrick Gleason. I found that kind of funny. I've always found it kind of funny when that happens. Dark Knight is a spectacular memoir, and I think this needs to happen. I think we need more of these. More of these, like, from the Batman, and not just from Batman animated series, but from big names. Like, hey, this really significant part of my life that I've probably just, like, briefly mentioned here and there in interviews. Let's make a graphic novel of that. I'd like to see one on Sorkin's introduction, like how she got the job to be Harley Quinn. I know how she got the job, but, like, that kind of whole story. That'd be kind of nice to read about. Walking Dead, The Alien. This and Rick Grimes, the last 2, Clementine with the last few Walking Dead spin-offs I need to read. It's only 4. I know there's novels, but as far as graphic novels go, that was the last of it. This one is short and sweet, but maybe a bit too short. And it's really good. It's by Brian K. Vaughan, so of course it's very fast-paced and very, like, sucks you in, does not let you out. Well, doesn't let you out. It's not, your interest is never lessened, you're never bored. It's always just keeps your interest. It's only 72 pages, but it feels like it's actually 64. But it feels like it's 24. It just feels like an actual issue of a comic, not a double-sided, triple-sided book. Rick Grimes 2000 did. And this one is just a great example of just a ridiculously fun book. Like, you have Walking Dead, and it's super serious, and it's really dark at times. Then we have something like Rick Grimes 2000 that kind of is like, hey, you know what, let's be silly for once. That's it.